Yo, what's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to Let's Be Real. Go ahead.
What's good, people? What's good?
How y'all doing, man? I'm your host, Joe Mambu.
It's your boy, Big Sherm.
Yeah. We back again. Giving you some dope content as always.
A lot of bullshit going on now.
A lot of bullshit. Stephen A. even with some bullshit. But we going to talk about it.
You think so?
I think a little bit. But I agree to a certain extent because of the way things transpired. That
Set the thing up first. Go ahead.
So what up?
I'm
setting it up.
Oh, my bad.
You stopping me. All right.
My bad.
All right. Well, this episode is called Comeback Season.
You know, it got to be big drama show, Big drama show.
I feel you. My bad. But this episode is called Comeback Season, and this is the reason why it's called Comeback Season. As we all know, LeBron James is having a season for the ages, right?
God.
But not.
Are you freaking kidding me
not
right
even
now?
about, relax. It's not even about LeBron. The episode is really. It actually has nothing to do with LeBron. It has to do with LeBron's closest and dearest banana boat buddy, right? Mm-hmm. And that is one Carmelo Anthony. I was gonna say his middle name, but I don't know.
No, don't do that.
Carmelo James Anthony.
And then no. We don't know what.
I don't know what his middle name is.
Thank God we don't know.
I know everybody pretty heard. Melo is back in the league. It's a non-guaranteed contract with the Portland TrailBlazers, but I am excited to see him hooping. I don't think it would be.
Hold on. And in retrospect, this should have been the league before all the bullshit started happening.
Yes.
This should have been the lead story.
There's some other garbage that we got to talk about that, well, it's not really garbage.
It's not garbage.
It's, it's kind of like, I'd rather the Melo thing be the main
No,
thing.
and it should be. That's why I was saying when I first, see Melo, like, wow, this is a great moment for Melo.
Yeah.
He get back in the league. He gonna get a chance. I didn't get a chance to do my memes and all that shit. Come on.
That's all right, man. I mean, listen, I'm excited about Melo. He's playing in the West again, which is cool. I mean, this is his fourth team in the West if you consider Denver.
Yeah.
With Houston, I was gonna say Toronto,
No.
OKC, and Portland. I think, but the good thing about it is his role in Portland will be a little bit different from his last two stints.
So what you saying, you gonna be on the court?
He'll be on the court. I mean, the thing is, Melo's still one of the hardest dudes to guard one-on-one. He may not flow in the offense, but if you look at Portland's offense, they're not one predicated on moving the ball. It's either Lillard's time or McCollum's turn, and then Melo will be the third guy who can, get his buckets in the mid-range game.
Is he prepared to finally say, okay, I'm going to flow through y'all?
I think so. I mean, he's 35 years old. I mean, the thing is with Melo is when he was in OKC, he got the trade right from the Knicks, all right? Or whatever. I forgot how the Knicks are so bad. I forget what happens to their guys. But basically, I think he got traded, right? Mm-hmm. And I may be wrong, but when he went to OKC, he was still kind of like, oh, it's Melo. Like, it's Melo from the Knicks. Now he's on a good team with Paul George and Westbrook. Like, this should be something. And, how dare Melo freaking comes off the bench. And that's how he felt, right? Which is understandable.
Felt disrespected. But he needed to come off the bench because he wasn't doing nothing at this point.
Well, the problem is that he was still decent on the Knicks, right? Like, that he still had a decent stint on the Knicks. He was a 20-plus point scorer on the Knicks, right? So he was still decent. So when he came to Oklahoma, it was like he had to learn his first lesson, right? He learned it. It didn't work out.
What was his first lesson?
His first lesson was you have to adapt to how the league is, right? You may not still be a great defender. Teams are always going to outpace him, whatever team he's on, because he's a liability on defense, but I think he learned his lesson from the Oklahoma thing, right? Mm-hmm. And he went to Houston,
right?
Played about 10 games. Was trying, and from the interview with Stephen A. Smith on First Take, I felt more that he was kind of taken aback how Daryl Morey was just ready to get rid of him, right, within that 10-game stint. But the analytics guys for the Rockets, they look at things within 10-game increments. So they kind of figured, we gave him the 10 games.
That analytics is bullshit.
It's not bullshit.
It's bullshit.
It's not bullshit. It has some merit. It's not end all be all, but it has some merit. It's like shoot the 3 ball because majority of the time you'll be open, right? If you take a mid range that's contested, it's a harder shot, and to a certain degree, it is harder. But if you take a wide open 3, or if you take a layup, those are more efficient shots. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I think it's actually legit, and stats prove it. But the problem is that you still need a mid-range game, right?
But that's what you don't need analytics to tell you all this, or not to tell you this. The NBA, look at Kawhi.
Yeah,
he shoots 2s, 3s. He does it.
Yeah, he does it all.
However it needs to be done, he does it.
Yeah.
And what they tried to do with Melo was not going to work. Like, how are you really going to sit in analytics Melo, an ISO guy?
Yeah, I mean,
you can't do that to him.
You can't, and this is the problem. I say,
come on,
Melo. The problem is that GMs and players look at Melo differently, right? GMs look at him like he's a dinosaur in the game of basketball, while players still revere him.
That's the folklore.
Because it's not because he's definitely easily one. To me, he's guarding Melo. And people look at me crazy when I say this. Is guarding Melo is harder than guarding LeBron, just because he can do so much offensively. Like LeBron is like, all right, I'm a pass, I'm a score, but the way Melo can score is ridiculous. Kobe Bryant even said Melo's the hardest person to ever guard because he's just as big as LeBron. He got more baby fat than LeBron.
Baby fat,
but he's strong, and the way he scores, the way he can score, is by far much better than LeBron is going to run at the rim, he's going to go for dunks, but Melo footwork is impeccable, and it's always been pretty good, and his mid range is top notch. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question: are they going to make the playoffs now that they add Melo?
I think they'll make the playoffs. So my thing is like the Blazers.
Who are they overtaking?
The Blazers are 4-8 right now, right? And so they're underachieving because they made the Western Conference Finals last year. They did get swept by the Warriors, but that's nothing to be sniffed at because the Warriors beat everybody except for the Raptors, and that was because of injuries. But
I think you just swept that right in.
Yeah. I mean, listen, it was a great finals, and I'm glad the Warriors are dismantled. But I'm not gonna sit up here and not make it seem like the Raptors didn't have a lot of help.
But they were still favored even after all these injuries, and they still did what they had to do.
Yeah, they still did
because of the one.
Listen,
the one.
You're right. But I think the Blazers will make the playoffs. I think they'll pick it up. It's just the first 15 games of the season.
And they usually do make a run, usually like in January or something like that. They make their little mini burst, and they'll be there. They'll be right there like 7th, 8th.
They'll be fine.
To me, they'll be like 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yeah, I won't put them as high as their the past 2 seasons, I think they were like top 3 in the league.
Right.
I won't put them there this season because playing with Melo, if they don't cut him, will be an adjustment, right? The thing, so they'll probably be like a 6th or 7th. My thing is, it's great because when you look, the Melo addition is important because you need a mid-range guy, right, who could play the power forward position and the small forward, right? More power forward now than small forward. When you look at Dame and CJ, they're more guys who are shooting threes, right? They don't really have the mid-range like that. Like, they could shoot it, but, they're both 6'3", where it's like, you need a guy like Melo who's 6'8", who could give you everything the mid-range could give you. So I think it's a perfect fit. I think he's going to take this opportunity more seriously than the past 2 stints, and I think that he is going to accept a lesser role. And that role can be the biggest role he could have is being the third option on the team. right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Coming off the bench, being the third option because
don't play no defense, but we need your offense.
Listen, at this point, 35 years, you're not gonna. I mean, LeBron James has proven, but he's been a defensive monster in the past. This season, he's doing pretty well on defense. But Melo is. I'm just glad Melo's back in the league because I actually want to see some good footwork that doesn't happen a lot in the league anymore. So
and we will see.
We will see.
But now it's time to get to the business.
What's the business
at hand?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So off that Melo stuff,
which should have been the lead.
Which should have been the lead, but it's fine. There's more important stuff to talk about. I'm just trying to log in real quick. Excuse me.
Jesus Christ, Joe. Really, bro?
I should have been prepared to segue better. But so, as we all know, another comeback, potential comeback, is that of Colin Kaepernick. Over the weekend, he had a workout for initially 25 teams, but his management team at the time decided an hour before his workout with the NFL to switch the location to Atlanta High School field somewhere in Atlanta. And so only 8 teams showed up. I'm not really sure what teams, but I know that the freaking Jets and the Giants better be there because
they don't need him.
All right. You need a backer, right? Because guys get injured, right? Matt Stafford.
I hear you. But that's their future. The future's there. Listen, let me tell you. I just want to cut to the chase.
So the Lions need to be there because
Matt
Stafford been there for like 11 years, bro.
But it's not been all his fault. The ownership is horrible there. Come on.
Listen.
Come on. Don't do that.
He could mentor some of these young guys. You're acting like he has no.
Did you see the tape of him throwing that football? Does he look like he want to play? He's 32.
He can
still play now.
No, I'm not saying he can't play, but he can mentor some guys. Like, say if he's not playing, right? He's a viable backup option, right? He could start on some teams, yeah.
He can start on a lot of teams.
Well, maybe he ain't starting for my Packers. He not staying.
Well, come on,
he's
got
not
Rodgers.
Starting for the Saints. He could start for the Falcons. Matt Ryan is.
No, Matt Ryan's gonna be there. They locked him up to a heavy deal. He ain't going nowhere.
Well, not the Falcons, the Panthers. I like Kyle Allen, but
no.
Yeah, they could use a Kaepernick.
No, but my whole thing about
Buccaneers. No, all right, go ahead.
No, Jameis need to go probably because he's been throwing picks all over the place.
Yeah,
he's been serving up. He's been putting everybody
in trouble. The Browns could
bowl.
definitely use him. They need a leader, and Cap is the ultimate leader.
So no Baker.
I think Baker's a little. I like Baker, but Baker's a little over it, and he's undersized.
But my whole thing is this.
Yeah.
The league did it wrong. First of all, who the hell sets up a goddamn combine basically in the middle of the fucking season?
Was it a combine? Was it just a workout?
You basically call it a combine, tryout combine, whatever.
Wasn't it just a workout?
A workout, it's the same shit. Well, they wanted to give him the 60 throw program, and he didn't want to do it because he ain't trust these people.
Okay.
With the footage. Because like Warren Sapp said, what's on Tibbs, what you going to see. My whole thing is this.
Yeah.
They could have done this in May or June when training camp was still going on, and you want to bring him in. Mm-hmm. You do your reps. Besides the cameras and everything, but if you're talking about just football in of itself, you come in, do your 60 reps, put it on tape, and just put it out there. But you see, Cap didn't trust these guys.
Yeah, he wanted his own film crew.
His own film crew,
which I understand,
and you understand that. Yeah. And they would, and he said they want to give him his own receivers. How the hell do you not work with your own receivers? When you do the combine, you work. The college players work with their receivers.
Yeah.
I want to work with my receivers to make sure the plays are being run right, so I know what's going on. So when I throw the ball, boom, everything's clean. And even if I throw it and they drop it, they know, the ball was right there. That's not on me.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You got to get timing with your receivers.
Right.
Yeah.
Cap was not trusting them on that because they can cut the tape however they want to.
Yeah.
After that, no media could have been there. No, nothing like that.
Well, I think
this was all stupid.
I think the Atlanta Falcons video team was gonna be handling those duties for Kaepernick's workout or combine. My thing with it is it seems more like a ploy by the NFL. But and another way you could look at it is like in the beginning of the season, you really don't know what you need because injuries happens and things like that.
Right.
occur. So maybe the need for Kaepernick wasn't as prevalent because you are hoping that your starters and your backups in which you have, like the Jets been rocking with Trevor Siemian on the roster chart for so long. And Trevor Siemian had a good season probably like about 3 years ago. He had like a good preseason, right? Where he looked promising, right? A couple games where he looked pretty good.
It's all vanilla defense, bro.
Yeah, and it is. But it's like you look at that and you hope that, there's a lot of teams or a majority of teams feel like they have a guy who can step up if given a chance if they start to go down. So the need for Kaepernick, and it was a headache, right? So then, like, people feel like Kaepernick would draw negativity to the teams for whatever reason. I don't think so. I'm not one of those people that shares that sentiment. But they feel like he would bring negativity to the locker room.
He would not bring negativity to no goddamn locker room.
I don't think so at all.
What you're trying to say is the media. The swarm of media that would ask
media attention.
They would ask them the repetitive questions about the kneeling and everything of that nature. That's what teams don't want.
Yeah, that's the negative.
They won't say that. They won't tell you that, but that's what they don't want. They don't want that firestorm.
Yeah. So the only thing I have a problem with, the legitimacy of if Cap really wants to play football again. And I'm gonna tell you why. I know it's crazy. Like he said, he been working out for 3 years, right?
He looked great to me.
He did. He looked good on his rollouts. You know what I'm saying? His deep ball was looking good.
It's the same awkward, crazy arm action throwing the ball 50 yards down the field.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed.
Yeah,
it looks electric.
Yeah, it does. So my thing is does Cap really want to play football? And I'm the reason why I'm saying is because you talk about how you've been ready for 3 years, right? You've been training and working out for 3 years, you and your team. And I get that. But when you then get the opportunity, I don't really know what it was about this liability waiver they were talking about that was Cap and his team had an issue with. I know the film crew he wanted
it to be an open forum,
he wanted transparency, and I get that. But my thing is that you notify the NFL that an hour from practice, an hour from the workout, that you're changing the location, right? So 25 teams initially are coming to see you work out. So you could get the opportunity that you've been talking about for 3 years. You then tell them, nah, I'm not doing it for liability waiver reasons or for transparency reasons. That now cuts down to 8. And 8 teams coming to the new location, right? So I get it. Like, teams can still look at the video, and you can shop it to the other 17 teams that were supposed to be there, and they could see that that you're still good. But I mean, you kind of want to see that in person.
Dude,
you kind of want to get as much people as you want.
Dude, let me tell you
to come.
Dude, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
If there ain't no GM there, if there ain't no owner there, to say, let me take a look at them and say, all right, call, whatever.
Yeah.
If there's no GMs or anything like that, higher ups that can sign the papers and get everything through.
It's just a workout.
It's just BS then. This was just a workout. The NFL never fucking does this for anybody.
I mean, I don't know why they did it, but I thought my thing was the legitimacy of seeing if this guy can.
And everybody was happy.
Be on a few teams.
Everybody was happy. But I said, yo, who's doing this?
Do you think it was orchestrated between Cap and the NFL?
Hell,
listen, I'm just saying, right? He got his money from them. So they're
that's a settlement.
No, but I'm saying
he's done. That's it.
What I'm saying is like they can make it seem like, hey man, like yo, just put on this show.
No, Joe. No.
Possibility.
No.
Possibility.
Ain't no goddamn possibility.
Jay-Z has something to do with it? I'm saying like with Cap finally getting a look, not the conspiracy.
They
theory
said Jay-Z. What I was seeing from reports and everything, that he was not happy.
He was not happy with what?
That Kaepernick, basically squandered the opportunity when he didn't want to go to the Atlanta Falcons facility, and we wanted to go outside in the high school.
I think it was a little diva-ish, but yeah.
But dude, listen, he doesn't trust them now. How is he going to trust these people to cut the right tape for this guy so they can get it out to the teams and say, hey, this is the tape. If you sign me, you want to sign me. If you don't, you don't. So you got the tape.
So what's the thing? So the one thing is like the one thing that all players know, right? Mm-hmm. Any athlete know. Like if you're good, your game will travel.
Of course.
Right? So whether it's under the at the Atlanta Dome or a high school field in Atlanta, like your game will show, right? Granted, maybe you weren't getting the receivers you want, and I get that. So that's a big thing because they could make you look really bad if you don't get the receivers you want. You could have negotiated that, but you cut your chances by a third to see other teams see you play. Like it went from 25 to 8. That's a problem for me if I'm trying to get back into the NFL.
But what does that? What does that even matter, bro?
What do you mean it doesn't matter? How does it matter,
bro?
I have 25.
Because
I have 25 team officials, right? I have 25 team representatives to come see me so I could get a chance about the shit I've been talking about for 3 years. And I want to be like, yo, you know what? I'm going to change.
Changing the venue is an issue?
So not even a day. Not even a day in advance.
So what if the man changes the venue? You still going to sit there and cut the fucking tape?
No, because,
however you want to.
Because people got shit to do and you can't fucking tell somebody. That's like freaking, we come here to do our show all the time, and then all of a sudden the producers tell us, you know what, an hour to the show that we're gonna be doing it in Manhattan. Yeah, it's still in New York City, but now I gotta fucking reroute how I get there. You know what I'm saying? Like I have shit to do. So it's like you wanna get back into the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. You shun 17 teams by saying, you know what, I'm gonna change the venue on you, and I'm not even gonna give you a courtesy. I'm gonna do it an hour before my workout in the Atlanta Dome, right? Not a day, not even like 5 hours, 8 hour.
Again, what does it matter?
You're gonna cut
the same freaking tape.
You know what it is?
They're doing the recording.
I'm gonna tell you.
They're doing the recording. And I gotta trust these guys to record me to make sure my tape is correct, so I can send it to these teams.
Hear you, but your game travels, so it don't matter.
But they're going by the tape.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you
this. The tape don't lie. They say. Words up always say the tape don't lie.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? If you cut in something, if you notify me an hour before the workout that this shit happening, homie, have a good day. I don't need to see you.
And if they want to walk, let them walk.
I don't need to see
you. If they want to walk, let them walk.
Because you're playing games. You're playing games. You're playing games, bro.
What?
You're playing games.
You're cutting the same freaking tape, bro.
Bro, you're notifying
Come on.
team personnels an hour before your workout where it was scheduled somewhere else. Have a good day, bro. I don't need to see you. I don't need to see you. I don't. Because to me, as a person who, all these people have families, they got to work, they earn money. You got a settlement from the NFL, bro, right? Mm-hmm. You got some bread. But you know what? I got to come in and clock in every fucking day, right? Mm-hmm. So that I could feed my family and perform, right?
Joe.
So this is hold on. Let me tell you this. Hold on.
We get all that,
so
bro.
So this is what I'm going to do. Since you want to waste my fucking time, right? Have a good day, bro. We're going to go with somebody else. Because to me, for you, it's a game. For me, this is how I feed my family, right? Mm-hmm. By clocking in, going to whatever boss I have to go to fucking be like, yo, you know what? Well, this guy, sorry, boss, he changes the venue on me an hour from now. Go fuck yourself, right? Go fuck yourself because I have work to do. It's a game.
I can't even keep a straight face.
It's a game. Like, listen, I'm all for Kaepernick. I'm all for Kaepernick and what he stands for in that. But my thing is, if it's scheduled somewhere, bro, you could have notified him and you want to schedule it somewhere else, you could have did that a day before. You could have did that a day before.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Okay. I'll give you that day.
It's
before
a game.
So you think this is a game?
You know what I think?
So you think he did not want to play at all?
I don't think Cap wanted to play in the NFL. I think Cap just wanted to put on the show to show that he still could play at an elite level, right? Mm-hmm. That he's still a good quarterback, and he like, yo, I'm gonna show the world what y'all missing with all these other bums on the NFL roster. But you know what? I'm just here to show y'all that. I'm not really trying to get a job with the NFL. I'm good. Y'all just gave me bread, right? Y'all just gave me bread. Because you know what? Think about his last season in San Francisco, right? Mm-hmm. Homie, you opted out. No one told you to opt out. You opted out. You were supposed to get 14 mil plus. You opted out, homie. You opted out. So you opted out for what reason? You still could have been the quarterback for the San Francisco 49. But what did you opt out for? Why? What was the purpose? It was a player option. Why would you opt out? Right? If you still want to play football so bad, why would you opt out? It doesn't make any sense to me. It wasn't a team option on that contract. It was a player option. So you chose to opt out, homie. You're done playing football. You don't want to play no more. I get it. I get what you stand for. I'm not against that. I want people to understand. I'm not against about what Kaepernick was standing for. I don't have an issue with that. Of course, I'm black, right? So I totally fucking understand. But homie, at the same time, changing the venue last minute is highly disrespectful for people who have jobs.
Joe, this is the entertainment business. You know how that go already.
All right.
You already know how that go in the entertainment business. Change the venue, boom, you gotta do it quick. There's no question to ask, no nothing. You rolling or you not?
You playing games, homie.
It's not playing. Joe is not playing. Dude, he wanted to make sure that that everything on the table was legit.
Yeah.
He wanted to be transparent. Why you're not gonna film? Why can't the people see what's going on as well as y'all have the tape?
I say your game travels, so it don't matter
the game travels. At the same time, it's the tape they're looking at. That's the tape.
Would those throws look any different in the Falcons?
Listen, right? Like, that's the pro day. It's like the combine. You go to the combine, you get the tape on, see what he can do. Can he roll out? Can he hit the short pass? Can he hit the deep middle? Can he do all these things? You're putting this on tape. It's your resume.
It's a field, right?
But this is your resume. This is your resume. This is your resume. That is your resume out there.
It's a field,
but that's you don't get what I'm saying. That's your resume.
I hear what you saying.
The field is your resume.
His rollout would have looked the same whether he was playing in the Falcons dome or he was
so
playing.
What's the problem then?
The problem is that he's playing games. 25 teams come to see you. You're clamoring, talking about you want to be in the NFL, homie. An hour before you post to work out, you want to change the venue. Homie, have a good day.
Get the hell out of here. Yo,
have a good day, homie.
This is entertainment. This is a part of the
Sermon,
entertainment
I don't
business.
know what the fuck that means.
What do you mean you don't know what the fuck that means?
I don't know what the fuck it means.
You have to change venue at the drop of a hat.
No, you don't. You do it a day. You do it a day. You know what happens on the fucking call sheet for evil? I'm going to tell you. When something fucking changes, they notify us at least 8 hours ahead of time. Mm-hmm. That's the entertainment industry. Not an hour before fucking things are supposed to happen.
So shit don't happen? Things don't happen along the way?
My goodness, bro.
Things don't happen?
He chose to do that. His rollout would have looked the same on that Atlanta Falcons field as it did on the high school
field. All right, so film the shit right there then. Film it right there. What are you talking about?
Not understanding, bro.
Film it right there. What's the problem?
I understand. It's a game.
Film it right there.
It was a game.
Oh, you have everything there.
He don't want to play in the NFL. You know why he don't want to play in the NFL? I'm going to tell you why he don't want to play in the NFL.
Why?
Because he opted out his fucking player option with the San Francisco 49ers. He don't want to play in the NFL, bro. He don't want to play in the NFL, all right? He changes the venue an hour before the practice happens. Homie, have a good day. Have a good day.
Putting on the
have a good day, man. Have a good day. You got your money.
Freaking tape.
You have your money. Have a good day, bro.
It's the same freaking tape, bro.
You have your
Sherman, in the dome or outside.
Yeah. So why the fuck does he want to change the venue? So you're making my point. So why he want to change the venue then?
So what? Because he don't trust these people.
Oh, okay.
He wanted his
game don't travel.
He wanted his camera crew out there to make sure he film it. So they film it and make sure the NFL has it. So everybody has film out there. So for him to be out there,
all right, bro.
Who cares if it's in the dome or on the field? That's his resume.
Because his rollout was going to look any different.
That's your resume. On the field, that's your resume.
Oh, Sherman, you're not making no sense, bro.
Oh, whatever, man. Come on, man.
Whatever.
Come on, man.
But
Come on, man.
Listen, like I said, it's a fucking game, right? I don't like the changing of the venue. And I get it for the transparency reasons or whatever like that. But if your game travels, right? If your game travels, it don't matter where the fuck you play at, right? Like, he went, it wasn't like it was in Atlanta. It wasn't like it was in Atlanta. And the clock is done. I'm going to keep going because I'm trying to make a point. It wasn't like he was in Atlanta and then all of a sudden he was like, you know what? Yo, we going to play in Green Bay. All right, there's a difference. Because the weather, it's a big contrast from each other. You're playing, what? Probably like 30 minutes down the road in a high school football field? For transparency reasons, because granted, the NFL wouldn't let him have his own.
It wasn't even fucking legitimate.
I don't know how it wasn't.
It wasn't legitimate. Who puts this shit on over during the middle of the season?
Tell them camera.
In the middle of the season.
Tell them camera operators that get paid.
That doesn't make sense.
Sherman, you just talking.
It doesn't.
What doesn't make sense? Tell me what doesn't make sense.
The whole thing don't make sense. Who the hell puts a goddamn combine on in the middle of the season? The 3 quarters of the season is almost over. He's not gonna get work. What are you gonna do? Sit there and put on a clipboard for 2 weeks?
Son.
And then that's it?
He had the workout, right?
Get the fuck out of here,
He had the workout,
man.
right?
What the
Who
fuck?
the fuck changes the fucking venue an hour from the
venue? Come on.
Yo, it makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense, bro.
Venue.
He got his money. This is the same cat that opted out of his fucking contract, out of a fucking player's option that he fucking opted out of. Homie, you don't want to play football. You wanted to show that you still had the sauce, which you still do. But you don't want to be part of an NFL roster. And I have no problem with you showing the world that you still got an arm while there's still scrubs in the league. I get it. But you know what? People got work to do. You can't change the venue an hour from now. It's fucked up. So you know what? Homie, you don't want to play. Because you know what? If you wanted to play, you would have picked up your player option. Who the fuck told you was going to be able to do the shit that you thought you did with this fucking white patriarchy type shit and then opt out of your contract and be like, you know what? I think another team going to pick me up. I'm going to opt out of all that money I'm supposed to get and another team going to pick me up when I'm over here kneeling for black people, for colored people. Them niggas in the NFL, they don't care, bruh. So whatever his agent told him by opting out of that contract, he was dumb. Because you know why? That's why he was waiting for 3 years. He should have opted, took his bread, still been the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. And then you know what? He would have been removed from the league in 2 years. It wouldn't have been 3 years. You know what? It would have been 2 years, not 3 years. Right? Mm-hmm. So you don't want to play. You just got your money from the NFL. It's fine. I'm glad you was able, the world, to see you display your talent because you are a heck of a talent. You got a strong arm. Not the most accurate arm, but you got a strong arm. And listen, we was able to see what you was going to do. Hopefully something comes from him. Hopefully he does make a roster. But like you said, it's the end of the fucking year. Where the fuck are you going to play? Right? Where are you going to play at? We have no fucking clue because teams don't really need you right now, right?
So why even put this show on?
I have no idea. Why
would the NFL put this show on then?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. That's not my argument, though.
Why?
That's not my argument,
though. But you just brought it up.
That's not my argument.
You just brought it up. So why bring it up? Why?
Because you brought it up. Oh, because you brought it up. You brought it up. I ain't bring it up. You brought it up.
Oh my God.
It's not my argument. My argument is the change in the venue.
You just went through all that and then came back to what I said.
But that's my argument is changing the venue. Has nothing to do why the NFL put it together. You're not hearing me once say why the NFL put it together. My argument was changing the venue. That's what I was talking about.
All right.
We
gotta wrap up, man.
We gotta wrap up. That's another episode. Let's be real. If you want, you can hit us up.
No, we still cool though. We still cool.
No, we still cool. No, for sure, man.
We still cool. We still cool.
You know, but if you want, you can hit us up on lbrstalk@gmail.com. We're on iTunes. We're on Stitcher. You can listen to us on Google Play. YouTube as
breathe,
well.
Brother, breathe.
Yeah, no, I got a cold, man.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Yeah, so, just type in Let's Be Real Sportscast and you get us on all those platforms. And if you want to hit us up with questions and comments, and we'll definitely. And then if anything we said this episode that, we probably got wrong, I don't think I do. I'm never usually wrong, but.
Oh, look at this.
I'm joking. But no, if there's anything that you'd like to talk and discuss when listening to this episode, you definitely can. And make sure to check the Facebook blog because that's always lit.
Thank you, sir.
Peace.
Peace.